Good morning. I know we're going halfway into our week. A lot of people got Friday off this week. I know I do. I'm excited. But we're talking about goals this week. That's important. So today I wanted to address, how do you set a goal and start reaching it? Okay, so let's say we've set our goal. What you should do is work backward from the end result to get there. So if the end result is, for me, I have numbers goals. I want to make this much money. So what happens right before I've made that much money? And I work backwards from there. So I know to meet me where I am today. So I know exactly where I'm going. Now, just because I've worked backwards and I've decided what my steps are doesn't mean that I'm necessarily going to follow that course, because I don't know what's going to happen between now and reaching the goal. I may have to adjust. So you got to have some flexibility there, but you at least need to have an intention about where you're going, so that one, when stuff comes up, you know where you want to go and you can adjust. You've tried something. You can try something else. Sometimes when I'm writing down steps to a goal, I will write down more than one option. I'll write down the option I want to do first, and then my backup plan. It's always good to have a backup plan, because things don't go the way we plan all the time. The other thing I wanted to talk about today is, don't be afraid if you take steps backwards when you're trying to reach your goal. I do a pretty tough job. It's pretty challenging. Not a lot of people do it. You definitely have to have the right mindset for it. But don't be afraid if you take steps backward to propel yourself forward. I know that sounds completely contrary, but remember that you learn success by failure. So even if you didn't get something right, then you learned enough to propel you forward. Let me tell you about my last July. So this is a prime example of failing and falling forward, okay? So last July, I had a really hard month. I was new in the business that I'm in, and I was pretty much on my own the whole month, and there were weeks that I made one sale a week. I was on the struggle with a lot of things. But I will tell you this, that happening to me propelled me forward. I stayed I can do this in my head. I remember listening to podcasts while I was working and having those hard days. And I learned so much during that month. I remember that when August hit, I had walked into a house, and it was like everything had completely fallen into place for me. Everything had just clicked. And it was the turning point in my career. I was either going to make or break at that point. And luckily, I made it, passed through it. It's good to learn from failure. What is it? When Edison was making the light bulb, he failed some 2,000 times. And he said, I didn't fail. I just learned 2,000 ways not to make a light bulb. That, by the way, I want to bring this up. That is solution-centric thinking. And that's what you should do when you're reaching your goals. Not problem-centric thinking. We don't need to dwell on the problem. We need to dwell on the solution. Okay? And the last thing I wanted to say today was, don't compare your success to others, okay? You can have the same goal as somebody else, but you need to make it yours. You don't let their success define you. We want other people to have success too. Other people deserve good things too. But their success does not define your success. You will not enjoy the journey. You will not relish your goal if it didn't mean something to you. So don't make a goal just because somebody else made it, or don't feel like your success is less because it doesn't look like somebody else's success. No, you are you. And you need to have goals that fit you, suit you, make sense for your life. And don't worry about what everybody else has got going on. You're reaching your goals, all right? So be powerful, be intentional, be you. I love you guys, and if you could like, share, and subscribe to Life with Mandy Jane, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.